everybody, I'm Abby Walsh. I'm a personal trainer here at WellWorks at Ohio University, and I would love to show you guys a quick little at-home workout, specifically for people who might be newer to working out, or I work with a lot of people of the older population, and I do a lot of these exercises with them, and it just kind of gets their body moving, and it's a low impact workout. So every workout should have a goal, and goals are dependent on the person, what they want out of their workout. But for this workout, I just want everybody to get a little familiar with some of the equipment here at the gym. A lot of the stuff you can get for your house. Actually, all of it you can get for your house, and you can start the workout there. That's where a lot of people I know start working out. They start out at their house, so they can get familiar and comfortable with the whole idea of working out before they move into a gym situation where there's more than likely people who are very experienced there. So to achieve this goal, like I said, these exercises are pretty easy. They're low impact. You can do it at home, get more comfortable. And after you feel more comfortable, it doesn't have to be right after this workout. It can be weeks, days, even months later. I would encourage people to try to go to the gym because there's more resources, more equipment, more machines. And for people who are starting out or maybe a little bit older and can't do a lot of weight, all of these workouts can be done with your body weight. So just your body, no extra equipment, or you can put as much weight on with these workouts as you might need. So before we start, I just want to set some ground rules. So even though this is a low intensity workout, I want everybody to try to do their best. Your best is not going to be somebody else's best. I just want everybody to remember that. So with all my workouts and all my clients, I usually do 3 sets of 10 reps. So you're going to do the workout 3 times, but during each of those times, you're going to do it 10 times. So for example, one of our workouts is going to be a shoulder press. So you're going to do the shoulder press 10 times like this, take a break, let your body rest a little bit, and then do it another 10 times, take a break, and then another 10 times. So total it's going to be 30 reps, but you're going to break it up into 3 sections. And I only want you guys to do what your body can do. Yes, I want you guys to push yourself, but if you're newer to working out, it's going to be harder to push yourself because you're not going to have that muscle memory. So we're going to need a couple things of equipment, pieces of equipment. First, this is like a foot slider. If you don't have one of these, a paper plate works very well. Once we get to the workout, I'll explain that one of my clients uses a paper plate. A set of weights, doesn't matter how heavy. Even if they're 1 pound, it's still resistance. A resistance band, again, doesn't matter how much resistance, any resistance band will do. One of the progressions on one of our workouts is going to be where your heels are on an elevated surface. So I am using a 25-pound plate because it's nice and sturdy. We're gonna need a chair. I have a chair right here, and a workout ball. Doesn't matter the size, preferably smaller to medium, but any size will do. So before we start our workout, we're gonna warm up our body. Do a little bit, just some stretching, a little bit of low impact warm-ups just to get the blood flowing. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do 30 seconds of jumping jacks. And I'm hoping most of you guys know how to do a jumping jack, but when your arms go up, your legs go out. So it's gonna look and come back to the middle position. So I want you to pause the video, set a timer for 30 seconds, and do that. I'm hoping those jumping jacks went well. The next is we're gonna do high knees or marches. So the high knees is gonna be a little bit more of a higher intensity, maybe someone who has a little bit more experience. So you're gonna, I'll turn to the side so you can see. So you're just gonna quickly up and down. Or if that's a little bit too much for you, you can just slowly just get those hips a little bit loose. We're gonna do that for 30 seconds. So again, set your timer, do it for 30 seconds. So the next warm up we're gonna do is we're gonna warm up our arms and shoulders. So we're gonna do shoulder circles. So the first, we're gonna do 10 small circles going forward, 10 medium circles going forward, and 10 larger circles going forward. And then after that's done, we're gonna do 10 small circles going backwards, 10 medium circles going backwards, and 10 larger circles going backwards. So pause the video and come back when those are complete. So our last warm up is gonna be another leg warm up. So this is called open and close the gate. So to open the gate, you're gonna flex your hip and then move it to the side. Again, flex your hip and move it to the side. So that's open the gate. And then close the gate is gonna be the opposite. So you're gonna start out with it here and bring it forward. Start out on the side and bring it forward. And you'll feel those definitely right in your hip. So you're gonna do open the gate 10 times on each leg, and then you're gonna close the gate 10 times on each leg. And you can either do 10 open the gates and then 10 close gates, or you can do open the gate right to close the gate. It's totally up to you. Whatever you feel like doing, whatever works best for your body. We'll do those and then come back to the video. Okay, so now we're on to our workout, and the first thing we're gonna do is a shoulder press. So you're gonna wanna sit in your chair, feet flat on the floor, back straight, like have the back be straight up, and you wanna make sure it's sturdy enough. So I'm using 5-pound weights. You could do this without weight if you just wanted to get a feel for the motion, but you can use whatever weight you feel comfortable with. So you're gonna start off with your elbows at 90 degrees, and all you're gonna do is just press straight up and come back down to that starting position. Again, straight up and come back down to that starting position. So you're going to do that 30 times total. And like I said at the beginning of the video, you're gonna break that 30 up into sets of 10. So 3 sets of 10 reps. I want you guys to feel in tune with your body. So if something starts hurting, stop or lower the weight. If you can't get all 10 reps, don't feel bad about it. I just want you to do your best you can. And if you can only get 5 reps, especially on the last one, that's okay. So the next workout we're gonna do is called a bicep curl, and it's gonna work your bicep brachii, which is right here. So you can do this one of 2 ways. So for this way, I'm gonna show you using weights. So you're gonna start with your arms facing out or your palms facing out. I'll show you this way. And you're just gonna come up and curl just at the elbow. Just your elbow is moving. Come up and come back down. So that's one way of doing it. The next way is you can use your resistance band. So what you're gonna do, if it has handles, great. Some of them don't, and you can just kind of hold it just like that. So what you're gonna wanna do is step with both feet right in the middle. And it's gonna be the same motion. So your palms are facing out, and you're just gonna bring your elbows, you're gonna bend your elbows and bring your hands kind of by your shoulders. And you should feel it right in your middle part of your arm. So this next workout we're gonna do is gonna work your triceps or tricep brachii right back here. And again, I was going to show you 2 ways to do this. Some ways easier for others, especially for mobility. So the first way, these are tricep kickbacks, by the way. So you're gonna have your weight, you're gonna hold it right in the middle, have a tight grip, and you're gonna use your chair. So you're gonna put your hand on the top of the chair, have a slight bend in your knee, and you're kind of gonna bring your arm up into like a chicken wing position, and you're gonna extend your elbow. So just your elbow is moving, but it's going back. The second way to do this, and this is what I have an older gentleman client. This is what he likes to do because it's easier for him. You're gonna use your resistance band. So what he likes to do is kind of roll it up in one hand, and then he'll grab it and have your elbow at like 90 degrees, and it'll just extend straight back. And you feel it at the same place, does the exact same thing, just a little bit of a different way to do it. So this next one is going to work your chest, your pectoral major if you want to be specific. So these are chest flies, so you're going to use your resistance band, and you're going to put it behind you, the length of your arm. And I like to have mine a little bit tighter, so there's a little bit more resistance, but you're just going to act like you're giving somebody a big hug. You're going to bring your hands together, just like this. Again, you're going to do 3 sets of 10 reps, and then come back to the video and we will move on. This next workout is going to work your back. Same idea as the last one. You're going to use your resistance band, and I have my arms shoulder width apart, and I hold my resistance band, and all you're going to do is bring your arms so they're straight out at like 180 degrees, and then you're going to come back. I'm going to bring them out again and then come back, and you should feel it right kind of by your shoulder blades. 3 sets of 10 reps, and then we'll come back, and after this we're going to move on to some leg workout. So this is our first leg workout. I hope you guys are feeling good. I hope your body isn't too tired. So this is called a goblet squat, and I'm going to show you some progressions and some regressions for this. So a typical goblet squat is I'm holding a dumbbell. You can do it with a kettlebell, you can do it body weight. I'm doing it with a 5-pound dumbbell. You're gonna hold it just at the bottom with your palms, and all you're gonna do is squat down. And if you can only get here right now, that's fine, as long as you guys are working on the movements. Or you can do it without weight, and I usually will hold my hands like this, or put my hands on my hips, and you're just gonna squat down and back up. You should feel this a lot in your quads. So another way to do this, maybe your range of motion isn't that good, maybe you have like arthritis in your knees or your hips, is you can do what's called a sit to stand. So you're gonna use a chair. You can do it without weight, with weight. I'm gonna show you guys without weight. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna squat right into the chair and back up. Squat to the chair and back up. And with the weight, you're gonna hold it the same way, and with the weight, it's gonna look just like this. The next way, this is how I do them at the gym. So it's a little bit more advanced. It really works your quad muscles. So I'm going to take my stable elevated platform, and I'm going to put my heels right on any part of it, just my heels. And I am going to do the same thing. Squat down and back up. This allows me to get some more depth in my squat because my heels don't want to come up, they're already up, and I can feel it more in my quads than if I'm just doing it without it. So this next one, I brought you down to the floor. This is a hamstring curl. So in the gym, there's a hamstring curl machine that does it for you, but more than likely you don't have the machine at your house. So I will show you a way to do it at home, especially if you have a workout. So you're gonna lay down flat. You're gonna put your heels on the top of the ball. Lay down. You're gonna bring your butt up into a bridge position, so there's a flat line from your knee to like your chest. All you're gonna do is bend your knees and bring the ball to your butt, basically. And you should feel it in your core and right in your hamstrings. Another way to do this, maybe you can't get on the ground, your core isn't that good, we're gonna use a chair. So this is gonna be more like a machine, but this is how my older gentleman does it. So he doesn't have one of our sliders, so he uses a paper plate. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna sit at the edge of your chair, you're gonna put your heel on this slider, and you're just gonna bring your heel back. And you're not gonna feel it as much, but it will, you should feel a little bit, especially if you do a couple more reps. Another way to make this a little bit harder is if you have ankle weights, you could put it around your ankle just so you have that resistance. But this is the way he likes to do it. He has a hard time getting in and out of the machine when he comes to the gym. So when we train virtually, this is what we do. Well, we have reached our last exercise, which is another leg exercise. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video so far. So this is called a good morning. So I'm going to turn it to the side to show you. So this is a hinge hip motion. So what you're doing is you're just hinging at the hip. Your body's not slunging forward. Your legs have a slight bend, but they're not squatting. All you're doing is hinging at the hip, kind of like you're going to pick, like you're going to pick something up or touch your toes. So with this, a lot of people at the gym do it with weight on their back, but just starting out, this motion is very critical to get down because if you do it wrong, it could hurt your lower back. This works like the hamstrings and the glutes. So what we're gonna do is you can either hold your hips or you can hold the back of your head. I usually hold the hips if I'm not doing any weight, just so I can feel my hips hinging. So again, slight bend in the knee. My high school soccer coaches always called it an athletic stance. Feet shoulder width apart, and you're gonna hinge at the hip until you feel it in your hamstrings and come back up. And it's a very slow motion, it's very slow and controlled. You don't want to go super fast because then you don't feel it. But very slow and controlled, and feel that in the hamstrings and then come back up. Well, congratulations, you guys have completed the workout. I hope your body is feeling great. I hope you're a little bit sweaty, but not too sweaty because it is a lower intensity workout. Now we're going to do a cool down stretch. So the first stretch is going to stretch your IT band, which is right down the middle of your thigh. It's not a muscle, it's called a fascia, so it's a connective tissue. But sometimes it gets a little bit tight, well, the muscles around it get a little bit tight, so we're going to stretch those out. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand, you're going to place, in this case I'm placing my left foot over top of my right foot, and I'm pushing my hip out to the right side. So I'm stretching my right IT band, which there's two muscles that attach to it. So we're really stretching those. I'm gonna do the same thing, the other side. Your left foot's planted, you're gonna cross the right foot over and then push your hip out to the left side. This next one is going to stretch our arms. So I'm sure you've done this as a kid, maybe in gym class. So you're gonna, this is my left hand, I'm gonna place it straight out. I'm gonna take my right hand, bring it across my shoulder, and then grab kind of like my elbow area with my left hand and just kind of pull it. You should feel this in your shoulders and kind of in your back. And you're gonna relax, and then right arm straight out, left arm comes over, grab, and kind of pull a little bit to stretch it. So this next stretch, we're back on the ground. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take one leg and kind of put like the sole of your foot on your inner thigh, so you can see. And then what you're gonna do is gonna try to reach for your toes. And if you can't reach, if you can only make it halfway and you still feel the stretch, that's good. I just want you to reach until you can feel the stretch and hold it for a little bit and relax. This leg goes out, your right leg, the sole of your foot goes to your inner thigh, and then you're just gonna stretch and reach for your toes. This last one is called the butterfly stretch because it kind of looks like a butterfly. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your feet as close to your butt as possible. Your soles of your feet or your shoes touch. And you're just gonna try to press your hips and your knees down until you can feel the stretch. I don't want anything popping, I don't want anything tearing, but just so you can feel that stretch in your hips. Well, everybody, that is the end of our workout. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned a little bit. Maybe got at least a little bit more comfortable with some of the equipment and some of the stretching and motions that kind of go on at the gym. Hope you guys continue your fitness journey. Have a great day.